The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 526 of our daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Strawberry edition of the Papa Leone's Wicked Donut playing cards. And these are from Wounded Corner and Cam Toner of OPC. So, without further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. So, here we have the Strawberry edition Wicked Donuts here. In that kind of more of a matte slash like satiny kind of like finish there. It's a little bit glossy, but not like fully glossy there. Then you got that donut kind of look, and you got those fully embossed sprinkles there all over the tuck box there. And then it just has that kind of donut kind of look to it. There, where it has like the sprinkles with the little hole there in the middle, with the icing that kind of wraps around the tuck box. On the other side, you kind of got to see the little holes, the little icing leaking through and around there. Yeah. And then on the bottom it says produced by Wounded Corner and Cam Toner, designed by Alexis Grant, printed in Legends Playing Co. Well, no, by Legends Playing Co. and PRC, established in 2022, the year these were made. There. And there are three different back design colors, because there's three different editions. There's the chocolate one, which only had 800 made. The strawberry one, which we're taking a look at today, which has only 850 made. And then the most amount is the vanilla one, which has 900 made there. And these are fully custom from the jokers, the court cards, and the aces. Like I mentioned, there has colored and embossed sprinkles throughout the tuck box there. And they're printed by Legends Playing Card Co. on their ultra thin stock with Viper finish there. And then for the seal, there is no seal for the card, so we're going to just get straight on into this. On the tuck box, or the tuck flap, you got some more sprinkles, and it says Wicked Good. The inner tuck flaps just have those sprinkles that kind of wrap around. Now take the card out of the box. On the inside of the tuck box, just that matte white finish. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to look at the cards. And they're that ultra thin stock from Legends Playing Co. So they will feel a little bit different if you're not used to their stock finish. If you're mostly like familiar with like USPCC, United States Play Company like finish there, then these will feel a little bit different, but they should handle pretty nicely as the same. So here we have a mirrored backline with the standard white border. It's a little bit of a thinner border there. So you got that pink strawberry colorway for the backline. Then you got the Wicked Donuts logo there. There's Papa Leone's Wicked Donuts. Then you got a little kind of more like a brownish, kind of pink, kind of little border going around. And it is mirrored, so you flip it over. Same design in both directions. Okay. And now for the cards we get with the deck. And here we got a little information card. They're about there, so if you want to pause and read that, you can. Then on the back, there's some more stuff here. Feel free to read that. And then you got another little Papa Leone's Wicked Donuts, Boston's favorite hand-cut donut there. And then you just got some little things about it. And on the back, just the back sign. And then for the first Joker here, it says Joker there. And then you got a cup of sprinkles. You got one of those sprinkle shakers for the donuts there. And then you got a second one. It still has the sprinkle shaker. Just is tipped over with some spilt sprinkles there. Then you got that custom Ace of Spades here. It says Papa Leone's Wicked Donuts. Then you got that branded coffee cup there with three different donuts in the back there. And then the rest of the spades are pretty standard. They're just in more of a brown colorway. And you got the court cards, which are fully custom there, with three different characters there. You got the Jack, which is like a little baseball player. There you kind of got like a worker there, almost like they're working at the donut shop. And you got like a baker there with the rolling pin for the king. Then you got the custom Ace of Diamonds here, which is in that custom pink colorway. Then has a bunch of change down there on the bottom there. And the rest of the diamonds are just standard. You got those four custom quick cards once again for the diamonds here. Three more characters there. You got another baseball-esque character there. And some other little characters there. Guy reading the newspaper. Then you got 3 more for the clubs here. Jack, Queen, and King. You got another baseball player there. It was a jelly donut. You got another. The Queen has like a box like donut holes there. And then you got the King of Clubs, which is a cup with the donuts and some coffee. And then the clubs are just that brown color, just like the spades. Then you got the custom Ace of Clubs here, which has some sprinkles down at the bottom. And then lastly, the hearts, once again in that pink color, just like the diamonds. Then you got a cheerleader for the Jack. You got the worker there with the coffee cup, the pot of coffee, and then you got the baker there with some flour. And then the rest of the hearts are just standard in that pink colorway. Here in the last card in the deck is that Ace of Hearts here, which has a few little coffee beans there on the bottom. But now that we took a look at the cards for the handling, which we did mention, they are that ultra thin stock with a Viper finish. Well, they have a nice flex to it. There's a little bit of stiffness to it. There. These are slightly thicker stock. Well, they say thin stock. But they feel a little bit stiffer. So they have to be broken in a little bit. Not too bad. They spring pretty nicely, though. They fan pretty nicely. Super smooth, though. So far they seem to be handling pretty nicely. I definitely can tell a little bit of a difference, that they definitely feel different to like most stocks that I'm kind of used to, because I'm more used to the United States Playing Company Air Cushion Finish kind of stock. But I always like testing out different stocks and finishes, because you never know if I'm going to really like one or something like that. And you can even tell because like the weave in the cards is a little bit different, and the cards are a little bit more shinier. So you can definitely notice a little bit of a difference when handling these. But they still handle pretty nicely though. Got that super smoothness to it. They still pack a cut pretty nicely. Like I always say, most decks pack a cut pretty much the same. Well, I gotta say, they look fantastic there. With that nice, kind of like vintage almost style looking back design there. And the faces, like from like the 2 to the 10 is pretty standard. But you got fully custom aces, which I always like for custom aces. Not like too crazy of anything custom, but they're all custom. And then you got those fully custom court cards there. And then the handling. Yeah, it is a little bit different kind of style of a feel to it, and they do handle a little bit differently. But overall, they're still pretty smooth, and the more you break them in, the better they'll handle over time. So, there's not much more to say. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and this has been day 526 of a daily deck review, and this has been the strawberry edition of the Papa Leone's Wicked Donuts playing cards from... This never focuses. They're from Aruna Corner and Cam Turner of OPC. So, I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.